The day of the accident, I was driving down a 4-lane highway, going about 55 miles an hour, when the next thing I know, someone had ran a stop sign and I had went into the side of them. We both did a couple rotations, airbags came out, and I could not get out of the car because the door was jammed.
So I remember when we were first contacted about this crash, the first thing is make sure she was doing okay. She had just got out of the hospital and she had taken care of that aspect of it. And then the next thing we talked about is what happened in the crash.
And afterwards, the paramedics got me out and took me to the hospital.
And she said she was going about 50 down Lake Mary Road, kind of out past the airport. We knew that's a fast road where people go a lot of times faster than the speed limit, and someone had pulled out in front of her.
When I first reached out to Beers and Gordon, it was a friendly contact. I was still a little worked up from the car accident, but I was able to be calmed down and assured that they would help me through the process and take care of me.
We started talking about what happened to the other person. I remember her saying the other person didn't look like they were belted in, and actually looked like they were pretty injured as well, and she was worried about the other person. And I said, not only do we have to worry about your case now, we have to worry about a potential case against you. Even though everything you told me, you did nothing wrong, they violated your right of way coming out of a stop sign. We need to look at your speed. And she said, I know I was definitely going about the speed limit. So we actually took that case, ran it through an expert, had an EDR, electronic data recorder download done by an expert that showed she was going a mile under the speed limit. Why did we do that? To protect her as well from anyone making a claim against her, especially if that person was really injured, to prove that this client had done nothing wrong as well.
So the communication level with Beers and Gordon was fantastic. I was contacted regularly, checking in on my well-being and how my appointments were going.
We're gonna reach out every 2, 3, 4 weeks, check in, see how things are going, see how the treatment's going, but you also need to do the same thing to us because that's helpful to us.
When certain things wouldn't work and I wasn't feeling better, I was pointed in a different direction and was helped to find the care that I needed.
She started out with a chiropractor, a very good doctor, a very good chiropractor, but that type of treatment just wasn't working for her. And we could have that discussion like, well, maybe you should go to a different type of doctor. And eventually this client ended up going for further treatment with a neurosurgeon and even into injections, which seemed to help the most.
Jim, the attorney, was fantastic as well. He always reached out, made sure that my medical needs were being met. It was a very smooth procedure.
We're going to try to do the best for him, not only in the case, because that's important. The results are always important. We talk about experience, compassion, results at Beers and Gordon, the 3 tenets. But that compassion element blends in with the family element, that once you're part of Beers and Gordon, you're part of our family. It's a big focus when we hire people. We've hired someone new in the last few months that we talk about that. That's important. We don't just call it Beers and Gordon Law Firm. We call it Welcome to Beers and Gordon Family.
Beers and Gordon definitely treated me like family, and I would highly recommend their firm to just about anyone.